camera. A thief taking a car for a joyride at a gas station in West Palm Beach gets more than he expected.
A new threat to your holiday deliveries. This guy allegedly stole 2 Apple laptops.
From getting locked in stores to making big blunders mid-crime, these stories prove that sometimes the universe has a sense of humor when it comes to payback. Fight back. Aaron and Samantha Helmer were woken up at 3 a.m. one night when Aaron's security system alerted him to someone trying to break into his car. Aaron found a kid rummaging through his car and slammed the door on him, not knowing what he was dealing with. After calling Samantha, who was annoyed at first, they decided not to call the cops right away. Instead, they talked to the kid, who was about 120 pounds and seemed scared. Aaron wanted to get through to him, especially since he didn't want the kid's future ruined over a dumb mistake. After some back and forth, they found stolen sunglasses, prescription glasses, and some cash on him. They let him go, but made it clear he'd better learn his lesson. Begging for mercy. A guy walks into a cell phone store in Houston, but he's not there to buy anything. He's there to rob the place. Karina Leone, working behind the counter, notices him reaching for his gun and demands cash. But Karina thinks this might be the same guy who robbed them 2 weeks ago. She refuses, and when he gets distracted, she quickly ushers everyone out and locks him inside. The guy gets angry and tries to get out, even firing shots at the door, but the damage messes up the lock. Desperate, he finds the key, but it won't work. At this point, he's stuck and ends up begging Karina and her co-workers to let him go. Eventually, the police arrest him. The robber, 22-year-old John Bell, was sentenced to 5 years for aggravated robbery, all thanks to Karina's quick thinking and bravery. Store owner beats up thief. A guy walks into a Chicago cell phone store, pretending to buy a phone, but he pulls out a gun and tries to rob the place. The owner plays along, even helping him load up phones, but he's waiting for the right moment. When the robber gets distracted by cash, the owner jumps into action, knocking the guy down and taking his gun. The thief tries to run out the back, but it's not an exit. The owner calls 911, and after a brief struggle, the robber slips out, leaving the store empty-handed. The cops are still looking for him, but at least he left without his loot. Grand Theft Auto. 5 out of the 6 stolen Dodge Challenger Hellcats have been found in nearby counties, as well as in Tennessee and Alabama. The police are still on the lookout for the 6th one, though. Badass bus driver. A bus driver in Chile had some quick thinking when a thief tried to snatch a woman's bag. As the thief tried to bolt, the driver slammed the bus door on his hand, causing him to start crying in pain. Then, the driver took it a step further and whacked the thief with a baton while the guy begged him to stop. Eventually, the thief was kicked off the bus, but only when the cops showed up to take him away. Grab-and-go thieves. In Pennsylvania, when thieves targeted a cosmetics store, the police were already on it. The West Whiteland police got a tip that a vehicle linked to recent Ulta robberies was headed to a store in Exton. Officers set up a stakeout and, sure enough, 2 guys got out of the car and walked into the store. Surveillance footage caught them in the act, filling bags with perfume. It seems like the cops were one step ahead and ready to catch these thieves in the act. Confronted. Eric Smith can't believe he was the one chasing down a car thief. When he checks his home security footage, he's surprised by how many people are impressed, but he just feels lucky. He had moved to a quiet South Hill neighborhood to shorten his commute, but on April 3rd, he got an alert that his car door was open. He quickly ran outside and chased the thief down the street, where the suspect had parked to stay out of sight of cameras. Smith tried to hold the thief down, but things escalated fast. In the heat of the moment, he realized the thief was heading for his truck. Vehicle thefts have been a rising problem in Pierce County, up 27% in 2023, and Smith is grateful to have walked away without injury. Thief returns, baby. Caught on camera, a thief took a car for a joyride at a gas station in West Palm Beach, but got more than he bargained for: a 5-month-old baby in the back seat. The surveillance footage shows the man walking up to a car left running with keys in the ignition. He takes off, but when he notices the baby in the back, he freaks out and rushes to a nearby store. Michelle Ashby, who works at the gas station, says the thief didn't realize there was a baby in the car. He desperately tried to get the baby out of the car seat and ran into the store, asking the clerk to take the baby. The clerk, who was already on the phone with 911, calmly took the baby, who was unharmed. Kill switch. In East Memphis, a group of car thieves was caught on camera trying to steal a vehicle, but they ran into an unexpected problem: a kill switch. The thieves were caught on surveillance trying to start the car, while others pointed guns at the house. The car wouldn't start, so they ended up pushing it half a mile away before abandoning it. The owner, Justin Mills, credits the kill switch he installed 2 years ago for preventing the theft. Kill switches are becoming more popular as car thefts rise, and they're effective against even the most high-tech thieves. They're installed in hidden spots inside the car, and when activated, they stop the car from starting, even if thieves have the keys. The switches can also be controlled remotely and protect against key fob reprogramming. The cost of installation is around $150, depending on your car. Box-wearing thief. A Florida man was caught on camera trying to rob a phone repair shop in Miami, but his disguise was a bit unconventional. He tried to hide his face by putting a box on his head, but things went wrong when the box fell off, exposing him. As police arrested him, he reportedly cried out for his mother. Talk about a dramatic exit. The whole situation just goes to show that sometimes trying to hide your identity can backfire in the most unexpected ways. Construction site. A Houston developer caught a thief on camera stealing materials from his job site. After helping himself to the goods, the guy casually hopped into his Cadillac Escalade and drove off like it was just another day. Beer thief. In Perth, Australia, a thief got a dose of humility when Kelly Gordon, a sharp cashier, caught him trying to steal a crate of beer from the Bottle Beachboro store. Realizing he was caught, the man casually walked back, returned the goods, and left the store like nothing happened. Alleged thief. A UPS driver handed over a brand new computer to a guy who seemed like the right recipient, but turns out he wasn't. Cops say the man was a thief who somehow knew about the delivery beforehand. When the UPS truck arrived, he showed a fake ID. The same thing happened again about 40 miles away in Los Angeles, where the thief was waiting for another Apple laptop delivery. Locked in store. Florida police are on the lookout for a guy who tried to pull off a clothing heist that ended badly. Surveillance footage from a Lauderdale Lake store shows the man browsing for about 30 minutes, grabbing a bunch of items and then trying to bolt without paying, but didn't realize the door was locked, leaving him trapped. Things went south from there, and now Broward County deputies are hoping to track him down before his next attempt. Backpack thief. Claudia Callejas wasn't about to let thieves get away with her backpack at Uncle Bean's coffee shop in Houston. While she was working on her computer outside, 2 women walked up and snatched her bag. But they picked the wrong person to mess with. Callejas quickly chased them down and even tackled one of the suspects in the middle of the street. It turns out her passport was in the backpack, so she wasn't about to let that go without a fight. The thieves learned the hard way not to mess with this determined woman. Lemonade stand. Rebecca and her brother Josh spent the summer selling lemonade in Virginia, but their little business took a turn for the worse when a thief stole their money jar. A stranger drove up in a silver Toyota sedan and swiped the jar, which had $40 inside. She came in crying, saying somebody robbed me, and I was like, "What? What happened?" Their mom, Annette Caldwell, said. The siblings never saw it coming and were left shocked by the sudden robbery. Apple AirTag. California contractor Robert Pendergrast saw his pickup truck get stolen on a neighbor's security camera, but he got lucky. He had an Apple AirTag in the trunk, which helped him track the truck's location in real time. It was a Christmas gift that came through in a big way. Robert quickly called the police and kept them updated as he chased the thief, giving them a live rundown of where his truck was headed. Thanks to the AirTag, he wasn't letting the thief get away easily. 25th time. Surveillance footage from a Target shows a man casually walking in, filling up his cart with stuff, and then trying to return the items for cash. When questioned, he claimed he had so many sheets because he was running an Airbnb. Urban police found his story pretty suspicious, especially since he was returning multiple identical items. "Definitely odd behavior," said Kyle Oldewer from the Irvine Police Department. "It's clear that this wasn't your typical return scenario." Frying pan. In Chicago, Jason Williams got an alert from his security camera one night, letting him know someone had broken into his house. Without hesitation, he grabbed the nearest weapon he could find, a frying pan, and chased the intruder out. The suspect tried to make a quick getaway, but Williams wasn't letting him off that easy. As the burglar was opening the fence to escape, Williams took another swing at him. The intruder managed to flee, but not before making a serious mistake. Police later charged him with residential burglary and aggravated battery. One-mailers and luxury watches. In Chicago, two guys managed to steal over $1 million worth of watches from a car dealership that also sells luxury watches. A video caught the whole thing. One guy stood guard while the other smashed open a display case and snatched up the watches. The whole thing went down in less than 20 seconds. An armed security guard chased them out, but the duo managed to escape before he could catch up. 16K chain. At Fernari Jewelers in Holyoke Mall, Massachusetts, owner Joe Fernari had no intention of letting a thief get away with a grab-and-go. He'd been helping a customer who seemed curious, but when the guy tried to steal some jewelry, Fernari wasn't having it. Realizing what was going down, he immediately took off after the thief. Fernari chased the man through the mall, staying right on his tail. It wasn't just a quick dash either. He was determined to make sure the guy didn't get away. 3 armed burglars. In Atlanta, security footage captured 3 men breaking into a home, guns in hand, and searching the place. But things took a quick turn when a woman came out of a back room with her own firearm, and shots were fired. It's unclear who shot first, but one of the men, 28-year-old Antonio Leaks, was hit and later died from his injuries. The other 2 men ran off, and police are still searching for them. Authorities say the suspects are armed and dangerous, so they are warning the public to be cautious. Kickboxing lesson. A tool thief tried to steal from a kickboxer, but karma quickly stepped in. CCTV footage shows the thief getting a lesson from the kickboxer who wasn't having it. Would-be car thieves. A group of thieves tried to steal a luxury car from a Connecticut man's driveway and beat him up in the process. Luckily, his wife scared them off by saying she called the cops. This attack adds to the growing concern about juvenile crime across the country. Meanwhile, in Alabama, a birthday party turned tragic when a shooting left 4 dead and 28 injured, including rising football star Philstavius Dowdell. Purse thief. A thief's getaway got interrupted when police spotted him running from the scene of a subway purse snatching in Manhattan. The NYPD released footage showing an officer chasing the man after he allegedly swiped the purse at 59th Street. The pursuit lasted about 30 seconds, with the suspect managing to get past the turnstiles and almost make it up the exit steps. But then, in a bizarre twist, he seemed to lose his pants mid-chase, which slowed him down enough for the officer to catch up. Caught in the act. David Summers' keen eye helped him catch 3 men trying to steal his truck's catalytic converter. He noticed the motion light go off and got an alert from his security camera. When he checked, he saw the thieves right there. Summer told KCBS he immediately knew something was up. Authorities say catalytic converters have become valuable targets for thieves looking to sell them at junkyards, and they've been offering tips to help people protect their vehicles. Revenge. Jewelry store employees in California weren't about to let smash-and-grab robbers get away with it. 4 suspects, wearing ski masks, burst into the store in broad daylight. As one thief smashed a jewelry case, a customer quickly bolted, but the store owner wasn't having it. He rushed at one of the robbers with fists flying. Meanwhile, a female employee joined in, kicking one of the masked intruders. The employees put up a solid fight, showing these thieves that messing with them wasn't going to be easy. Fake diamond. A man named Mike Lynch walked into a jewelry store to check out some 2-carat emerald cut diamonds, but didn't buy anything. He left, only to come back around closing time for another look at the diamonds. That's when things took a shady turn. The store says Lynch swapped a $28,000 diamond with a fake cubic zirconia and walked out. It looks like he was just window shopping for something a little more expensive than usual. Catalytic converter thieves. 2 suspected catalytic converter thieves in Turlock got a surprise when the family caught them in the act. The family, armed with paintball guns, chased the thieves away, and they quickly bailed on the crime, running off from under the car. ATM crooks. ATM thefts are getting bolder across the country. In Chicago, a thief tied a rope around an ATM and had it hauled away by a truck. In New York, another group made off with an ATM from a laundromat. James Fredman, who was at a truck stop near Dallas, happened to witness a theft in progress and tried to stop it. Unfortunately, he was punched in the head and tossed aside by the criminals, who clearly weren't about to let anyone stand in their way. Cop couple. A Kentucky couple, both cops, were enjoying a rare date night at their favorite restaurant 6 months after getting married, when things took an unexpected turn. While they were at Raising Cane's in Elizabethtown, a masked man walked in and tried to rob the place. He pulled out a gun and demanded cash from the register. The couple, both trained officers, quickly found themselves right in the middle of the action. The whole thing was caught on surveillance footage, but fortunately, the situation didn't escalate further. Happy thieves. Thieves pulled off a major heist at a California jewelry store, but their victory celebration was short-lived. After breaking in through a neighboring business and cutting through the store's bathroom wall, they spent over 5 hours trying to crack open the safes. Once they got away, they were caught on camera, high-fiving and congratulating each other. But their actions devastated a family-run business that's been around for 40 years. The owner's son, Robert Gaukasian, was understandably shaken, saying the thieves did a lot of damage in their sophisticated brazen crime. Kiddie pool. Imagine getting an alert about movement outside your house on a hot day, only to find out that 2 thieves are stealing your kiddie pool. That's exactly what happened to Brandon Turner. He was out when he checked his security footage and saw the pool being taken from his backyard. Turner couldn't believe it, saying he was more worried about his barbecue being stolen than the pool. Doggy door. Surveillance footage recently captured a shocking sight. A thief squeezing through a doggy door to break into a home. The 2 dogs inside barked loudly as the intruder made his way in. Another camera showed him entering the bedroom, where one of the dogs was perched on the bed, still barking. Texas homeowner Eden Summers was stunned when she saw the video of the thief slipping through the tiny opening. Candy bowl. Country music star Cody Tate is calling out some grown-ups for raiding his Halloween candy stash in Texas. Surveillance footage shows 3 adults, along with some kids, hitting up his house. He had left a sign asking everyone to take just 1 piece of candy from the bucket, but it didn't stop them. The adults took more than their share, cleaning out the candy bowl. Shoplifter. a former Dollar General cashier from California, says she got fired after hitting a shoplifter with her car. Jesse Soto says the man had stolen several items and was trying to make a getaway on his bike. After seeing him take off, Soto got fed up with all the shoplifting and decided to chase him down. While she says she didn't mean to hit him, things got heated when they exchanged insults while trying to gather up the stolen goods. Unfortunately, it cost her job, but Soto says she just had enough of the constant thefts. Home invader. In Stockton, California, a man posed as a candy seller to pull off a home invasion, and it was all caught on camera. The homeowner answered the door to buy candy, but 3 other men suddenly rushed in, with one pretending to be the seller. The woman screamed as they barged in. It turns out, earlier that day, the same man tried the same trick on a neighbor, but they didn't fall for it and refused to open the door. Fortunately, no one was seriously hurt, but it was a terrifying experience. Louis Vuitton. In Old Town Spring, Texas, 4 masked thieves hit JJ's Closet, a luxury consignment shop, in a fast smash and grab. Surveillance footage shows them shattering glass cases and even climbing on top to grab all the handbags on display. The whole thing took just seconds, leaving the small business owners devastated. Now, they're hoping someone might recognize the thieves and help track them down by sharing the video. Outsmarted. In Campeche, Mexico, a female bakery employee turned the tables on an armed thief trying to rob Terre Cazola Bakery. The suspect walked in, pulled up his shirt to reveal a weapon, and declared, "This is a robbery." But the clever worker wasn't having it. She outsmarted him and managed to lock him inside the shop, leaving him begging for mercy. The viral footage shows the thief trapped and helpless, a stark contrast to what he expected when he walked in. Thief gets caught. The hunt is on for the people seen on camera stealing 2 cars in the middle of the night from a Coral Springs neighborhood. The thefts happened around 3:30 a.m. on December 12th at the Marquee Coral Springs apartments near West Sample Road and Coral Springs Drive. One of the victims, Jorge Lopez, shared that his 2023 Chevrolet Camaro was taken right from his driveway. Comment down below and let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time. Goodbye.